guys, Mike here again from Clearview, and we're just doing another instruction video. This is meant for dealers. Got some vibration in the mirrors, especially if it's a Pajero or a 4-cylinder twin cab ute, because when you're sitting at the lights, they idle, the whole car's shaking, and sometimes you get a bit of vibration in the mirror. I'm going to show you how to take the top mirror glass off. So start by turning the mirror around like that. I'll leave that there. In behind the back of the glass, we're going to push that in like that. And in behind there, this is what you're going to see. So you can see there are 4 tabs, and that's the actuator that holds the glass on. So what you want to do is, when you go over the glass, you need to use the back of the glass here as your purchasing position, and then just pull back on that, and as you can see, that actuator just simply pops out like that. So now I'm going to do it on here. This one's been on the car for quite some time, and we're just going to take it off by going over the top of the glass, purchasing onto that little round position down there. I'll find it. There we go. And then put your finger in behind the glass and just go like that. There's a couple of them around the actuator, and the glass will just simply pop off like that. Why do we take those off? We take them off so that we can adjust these vibration fingers here. They need to sit on that surface there. Sometimes there might be a little bit of variation in these fingers, so I like to get them like that and just give them a little bit of a tweak outwards. They don't need much, they don't need to be bent over at the same plane as the glass, right? And then when you finish that, all we're doing is positioning the glass again over the top of those 4 lugs that are there, and they actually fit into these 4 positions here, and you just simply push it back on. And it should go on with a little bit of a click like that, and it should be all good. If you got the thing on properly, if you line up something that's directly behind you in the glass, that's 50 or 100 meters away, like a fence or a side of a building, it should look a perfectly straight line. If you're getting a snake look in it, a distortion, then it's because it's not on properly. Okay, when you're finished with it, just to check, you should have very little movement here, right? And that should be all good. So go away, do that, and then when you come back, I'm going to show you another little trick that we do to tighten our mirrors up as well. Okay, the second thing to tightening up our mirrors is you can check these 3 screws here on the actuator and just nip them up a little bit. These ones I've already done. Sometimes it's only 1/4 of a turn, but sometimes it makes all the difference. Okay, on our extension mirrors, you can see that we've got 3 extensions on here. these are only the arm covers. Underneath the arm covers is the actual slides, and it's a 2-stage. Some people think they're a 3-stage, but they're not. It's only 3 parts of the arm covers because we've got to hide them back in there when we close the mirror up. But to get into the arm, this cover here is a 2-piece, as you can see there. So you need to give this a bit of a squeeze, and you can actually remove, by pressing that in and down, you can actually release these clips on here. So you can slide that up like that. Now, this arm cover here can come off, but what we're going to do is we're going to slide this circlip here from where it is there, and we're going to move it out to the end, which puts more tension onto the second slide on that steel arm. So if you can get the arm cover off and then come back, and then I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so now you can see where these springs are set. By moving it back out here, you're going to put more tension when this is in its locked position here. So it's going to be harder to slide in and slide back out. But if you want to try and tighten everything up, the way to go is make sure that these 2 ends here are horizontal that way. And what we're going to do is just move these circlips out to the end position. And if you've got a proper pair of circlip pliers, makes the job a whole lot easier. So that's where you want to put them to finish off, right? And you can do the same with the lower one. You don't really need to take the arm covers off to do it, but sometimes it just makes it a little bit easier. Just got to make sure you get the arm cover back into position. So take that off, compress this, sit it into its position and make sure that it's on a horizontal plane that way. Okay, now we're going to pop this back in, and you'll see that there's a couple of tags that locate down here in the bottom of that arm cover. They're on the end of the flat arm cover. You can actually see it here. Those, they fit into there like that, and they locate on there. So we'll put that back on, fit that back into there like that, and then it should all just pop back into place. Do the same thing with the top ones. Once again, those 2 lugs are up the other way. Push that on from that end first, lock it into position there and there, and then just simply slide your arm covers back on, right, like that. Like that, and the job's done. And you should find that that's a fair bit stiffer now to push back in. If you do it in one motion rather than go to there, because it's got a locking position there, right, pull it all the way out, push it all the way back in. Like I said, it tightens things right up.